Drives for another win. Experience ultimate luxury in a newer certified pre-owned vehicle from Piazza Premium Automobiles with exclusive brands like Land Rover, Jaguar, Porsche, BMW, Infiniti, Alfa Romeo, Maserati, and Mercedes-Benz. You're sure to elevate your drive. To find the Pennsylvania, Delaware, or New Jersey location nearest you, visit PiazzaPremiumAutos.com.
At Dick's Sporting Goods, we have always believed sport has the power to change lives. Community happens here. Change happens here. Sport happens here. Introducing the all-new Dick's House of Sport, bringing new experiences, new services, and unrivaled selection from the top brands to a new place Brandywine can call home. Featuring a rock wall, a Hit Trax multi-sport cage, and 3 golf hitting bays. Dick's House of Sport, now open at Brandywine Town Center.
Day and night, PGW puts our energy into keeping you safe at home. PGW's 24/7 safety monitoring, infrastructure upgrades, and industry expertise help to deliver the essential energy you rely on and trust. And every mile of infrastructure we upgrade keeps energy delivery in Philadelphia more clean and more affordable. When you see us in your neighborhood, we're working harder than ever to stay on schedule and continue the work of keeping you safe at home. Remember, natural gas smells on purpose. Smell us? Tell us. PGW.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2024.
Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
PNC Private Bank knows that anything can happen on the gridiron, and being prepared goes a long way. It's not so different with your wealth. Having a dedicated local team of specialized advisors who take a calculated, disciplined approach to managing your wealth leads to a lot of wins. The PNC Private Bank team knows that just like in football, that kind of preparation is good for your financial game. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Carrier has the home comfort you need and financing options to fit any budget. Right now, you can enjoy 60 months financing on a new home comfort system. Turn to your local Carrier dealer for efficient heating and cooling performance, healthier indoor air, and convenient monthly payments for qualified buyers. Visit nopaycarrier.com. That's nopaycarrier.com. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Pennsylvania football fans, picture this. You bet on your favorite player to score the first touchdown, and he throws an awesome block so his teammate can score instead. If this happens, BetMGM wants to give you another chance at the end zone. With BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second instead. That's right. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you get your stake back in cash. Everyone knows the most exciting part of football is the score. With BetMGM's second chance promotion, you have a chance to keep the fun going after the first player crosses the goal line. Place a first touchdown scorer wager today. BetMGM and GameSense reminds you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years of age or older to wager. Pennsylvania only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is Zach Gelb with Odyssey Sports, but it's sponsored by BetMGM, the sportsbook board in Vegas. Please gamble responsibly. Remember that survey that concluded that Josh Allen was the most overrated player in football? Yes, the job isn't done yet for Josh because winning come January is paramount, but right now he has to be laughing as he's in the lead spot to win the MVP. And let's be real, if we drafted all the quarterbacks in the NFL, Patrick Mahomes would go 1, and then Josh would go 2, which makes that overrated tag even dumber than it already was. I'm Zach Gelb.
94 WIP HD1 Philadelphia. Live from the Tasty Cake Studio. Sports Radio 94 WIP. An Odyssey Sports Station. This is the Players Lounge on your home for Eagles football. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
I thought that was something else. Welcome back, Sports Radio 94 WIP. It is the Chickies and Pete's Players Lounge.
We're at Chickie's and Pizza in South Philly. I'm your host, Ike Reese. This is the Players Lounge. My teammate, longtime teammate. We talking about 20-plus years we've been teammates. My brother, Hugh Douglas, Eagles All-Pro, Eagles Hall of Famer in the building.
What's going on, man? How y'all doing? It's packed tonight.
Well, and my teammate for probably about the last 10 years.
Something like that.
10 years, like 2014 maybe?
Equal level of teammates, I would say.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
Well, Hugh doesn't want to hear that.
Nah.
No, he fine. That ESP, like I rock with ESP, man. Even though he has some outlandish takes most of the time.
Well, that's why we love him.
Yeah, that's why we rock with him.
I like your hat, by the way.
Yeah, you know what, man? Because I got greasy ears, so I don't want to make the headphones greasy.
I was gonna say because you put it on for the show.
Yeah. So I like it because I'm telling you, man. I don't like greasy headphones, and I'm pretty sure nobody likes working with greasy headphones. I wear lotion, dog. I mean, and that's what it is.
Yeah, I got greasy hair.
Look at I had to check
and see if Spike left something over here.
Yeah.
So
I don't have any
it.
grease in my hair.
No, I'm just saying that's why I do it, man. Especially when I wear the community headphones.
All right, well, check it out. Let's hop right into it. 10 straight wins.
Wait a minute, you ain't gonna do it?
What?
No,
we gotta wait for Jordan Mailata to come.
Oh, okay, my bad. I'm premature.
Especially when you got cut off.
Well, you used to being premature, so it's all good.
Especially in my advanced stage.
Happens more and more.
Well, hey, it's all right though, as long as it's still happening. That's all I care about. You know what I mean? As long as it's still happening.
Feels like we're back in the 2 to 6 hour of the show.
No, I can't stop because I want to add something to that, but I'm gonna keep it moving. The team is 12-2 right now.
Man.
Yes.
Tied for the best record in the NFC, although Detroit holds the tiebreaker as of today. There's a lot of noise around this team last week.
Rightfully so.
And I didn't know what they were going to look like Sunday, but I did know this. I felt they would come out focused and ready to play. They would be able to use last week to find something to rally around as a team, and they could go out against a team like Pittsburgh.
A very, very physical, storied franchise that always finds a way to be exactly where they are. Coach Tomlin has had no losing season since he's been there.
Yeah.
So they always figure it out. They find a way.
Yeah, and so I want to give the Eagles credit for being able to
no question
get past the issues last week, block it out, and come together and play the way they played yesterday. Who wants to go first? Just your thoughts on yesterday's game.
Yeah, I'll go. I mean, look, I think it's impossible to watch this team and not think about the Super Bowl, and that's the new lens you watch them through every week. In my experience, I was there for covering the 2017 team and the 2022 team, and I think teams win championships because they're either special or they're talented. I think in 17 they were talented, but they were special. That team was special, right?
Yeah.
In 2022, I think they were really talented. I think the team we saw yesterday is both. I think what they showed yesterday was they are resilient, and there is a specialness to this team that won't be knocked off track. We were sitting here last week right after Brandon spoke, and we all had to react initially to it, which was, how is this going to impact the team? How is AJ's comments? How are they going to react to what Brandon said? What will Jalen say about it? What will Nick say? And we have now sat through, 7 days since then, and they handled it perfectly. Like, internally, we'll never know the full truth, because we never know the full truth.
And we shouldn't know it.
Right. But what we do know is they have weathered the storm.
Yeah.
And I don't think the 2023 team last year could have weathered this type of storm. I think it takes a special team that's on a mission to do it. And while I think this team is talented and they're special, I think they're also mad. Like, when I'm around this team, they're mad people don't believe in them. They're mad they didn't win in 2022. They're mad people don't think they could pass the ball. They're mad at the media for how they handle things. And I think you're seeing a team that is a lethal combination of everything and is just on a mission that won't be stopped.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I like it.
I tell you, man. And if we are the catalyst, if we're the bad guys, everybody needs a bad guy to have one common enemy in order to reach their ultimate goal.
Sure.
Then that's the case. I tell you, the thing that I saw yesterday that really impressed me, and most teams would have crumbled in the situation. Pittsburgh came into town. You knew the history of this team. They haven't won here in a long-ass time. But they were dead set on yesterday changing that. And when they had those back-to-back turnovers, I could tell you, we sat there, and that's normally a situation where to have back-to-back turnovers and they haven't moved the ball, that's a hell of a momentum swinger.
Yep.
because they went back to back with it. The first time the defense was out there, they stymied them. They didn't give up anything. Second time, they were at the 30? And normally in a situation like that, you're like, hey, man, you're going to give up something. And I told Ike, I said, as long as they don't give up the touchdown, they got a shot. And for them to have that series of plays that they had, I think it was two incomplete passes, and then they went and kicked it. Dude, that was – I know I said defense isn't a necessity, it's a luxury or whatever.
Yeah.
They stood on their head yesterday, to use a hockey term. They stood on their head.
Wasn't expecting you to throw a hockey.
I know. I'm trying to diversify my portfolio.
There you go. I'm with you on that.
He's got the hockey hat on, I feel like.
Yeah, I do that. Yeah.
And I'll say this about the defense yesterday. I'm not taking anything away from their performance. They did an awesome job while they were on the field.
Yes.
It helps when your offense has the ball for nearly 40 minutes.
No, it keeps you fresh.
In the second half when you play 5 minutes.
Yes, that is unbelievable.
Yeah.
You're talking about because it was weird, Ike, because
they had two drives in the second half.
Yes, it limits, and those two drives that they had were telling because it limits what you can do in that situation, because normally you want to throw the ball because you don't have that many drives, but they weren't having that much success throwing the ball, so it forced them to kind of stick with the run game, hoping that they could get something out of that.
And they don't have explosive runners.
No, they don't. Not like that. Najee's nice. Jalen
Warren is okay when he gets to open field, but Najee,
he's not that guy.
Najee fell off.
Yeah, he's not a break. He's not one of those break. What I want to call it, big play.
And he's like the stretch plays. He's not hitting the hole like Saquon hits the hole.
Hell, he don't even look like Kenny
Gainwell. Kenny Gainwell was out there doing his thing yesterday.
Yeah.
But I think the other thing, and I'm excited to talk to Jordan about this, but this team, like the sign of a winning team that can win it all is they just crush the other team's soul. And to go on a 10.5-minute
that is
drive,
unbelievable.
I mean,
it's demoralizing.
21 plays.
I don't know if you guys were ever a part of anything like that. I've never seen anything like it.
We've been a part of some long drives, but that's like more like 12.
Man, and that's almost the 15, whole quarter.
Yeah.
And how many times do we sit up here, and whether it's Jordan or Landon, whoever we're talking to, and we ask about a long drive, and we go, when did you feel like you had that, like you broke them?
Yeah.
And to break a team like the Steelers, and then to do a somewhat similar thing against the Ravens. And the Ravens, I think they had a 7-minute drive in the fourth quarter on the road. Like, these are two of the two, or at least perceived, I would say. And I
most
think
physical team.
Yeah, most physical team, right?
Yes, sir.
And you hear them walking off the field. Jalen Hunt is, kind of mocking the narrative like, oh, Pittsburgh's so tough, right? Nick Sirianni gets asked about after the Ravens game, how did you match their physicality? And he says, no, rephrase that. They had to match our physicality.
Yeah.
Like, they are going into these games angry and with a mission. And I just think it's such a different feeling around this team than it has been the past few years. It feels like their head is like very focused on what they're doing. And to your point, Ike, you said it last week, like last week was a Nick Sirianni week where he could come out and we were going to find out the culture he's built. The culture he built passed yesterday with flying colors.
Yeah, I love it. And listen, we'll talk about the players and Jalen. His bounce back game yesterday, everybody wanted to see something with the passing game. To the Eagles' credit, to Jalen's credit, the opportunities were there in the passing game, and they were able to take advantage of them. And we've seen in weeks past, there's been opportunities in the passing game, and it seemed like we either been slow to recognize it or slow to actually capitalize on it. And I think that's what's part of the frustration with some of the receivers with the passing game is they were basically saying, listen, we've already embraced or accepted not throwing the ball 35, 40 times a game.
Yeah.
So we're only going to get so many opportunities. When those opportunities present itself, we want to take advantage of those opportunities.
I thought
yesterday they started with that yesterday.
I thought yesterday, and this might sound hyperbolic, but that's what I do. I think yesterday was the best game I've seen Jalen play in an Eagles uniform.
Come on.
I'm saying when you take all things considered.
That's a lot.
He's played a lot of good football.
He has, but yesterday the pressure on him was out of control.
Did we not see the Super Bowl?
He lost the Super Bowl and he had a turnover. Like, it is what it is, right? But in yesterday's game, he starts 8 for 8 with the entire league eyes on him on if he could pass the ball. I thought he looked more in control of the offense and in control of the passing game than he has in any other game. there's one play where he's in the pocket. There's no pressure, but he sits there. He's not panicking like he sometimes does. He's looking at Devontae. He takes his hand. He points Saquon to go to the left, opens up the throwing lane to Devontae, and he gets a 20-yard completion. Like, I thought Jalen yesterday looked like a veteran quarterback that was just controlling the passing game as it went on. And he's had a lot of great games, but I think yesterday was the best I've seen him play.
You know what? And as well as he played yesterday, as
the best. Guy was on a damn MVP run in 2022.
And if we're being real, he should be in the MVP consideration this year.
I'm throwing it out there. Should at least be in the top 5.
Yeah, exactly.
As well as he played yesterday, it does make you wonder how and why it took so long to get to this point. Because, man, listen, he looked the thing that sticks out to me is that he looked decisive.
Yes,
as opposed to looking indecisive over the last couple of weeks. How many times have we sat there watching games and be like, what the hell is he looking at? Like, and we're not the only ones. We're sitting there and watching him like, what is he seeing?
Well, he got rid of the ball so much quicker than he normally
because something changed. Either it was the pressure of being talked about on in a negative light, or they simplified some of the reads for him. I don't know which one it was. I would venture to think that it's the former instead of the latter.
Let me tell you what it was, big dog. It was that accountability meeting they had last week.
Is that what it was?
There was no doubt about it.
It was something.
But so forget about all the noise outside, right? On the inside there, particularly on the offensive side of the ball, they're seeing the same things from a schematic standpoint that we see at times, where there are plays there to be made. So when you have that meeting of the minds, that clearing of the air, and you hear your peers telling you, bro, we got your back. Now, and listen, obviously, I'm not in the meeting, so I'm just
you paraphrase.
So yeah, I'm just thinking like, what's going on in the meeting? It's not a bunch of yelling and cursing and blaming and this, that, and the other. It's more or less, in my opinion, reassuring him, bro, we're here. Like, you can let that thing go.
Yep.
Like, let it go, meaning throw the football, and we're going to be there to make plays for you. And that's what you saw yesterday.
Yes.
It's the same stuff that's been there. Right? It's the same plays that have been there.
Same reads.
Yeah.
The AJ crossing route, he wouldn't throw against Carolina.
Right.
He threw a bunch of times yesterday. He threw a back shoulder pass to AJ. I don't even know if he's attempted that type of pass all year. But look, and I know there's a lot of talk. You guys talked about it earlier, the media and all that. Like, whatever the media thinks of the Eagles, the fans, I think the Eagles themselves needed that passing game yesterday. Like, they needed just to show
you
them.
mean like therapy?
Yeah, I think they needed to show themselves or to themselves that they could do that. They can say all they want, like, oh, we knew we could do it all along. Like, no, you didn't. You didn't do it all year. So, like, I do think it was probably really good for those receivers and for Jalen to have that game. I mean, Devontae and AJ both got double-digit targets. I'm sure that hasn't happened all year this year, and it probably won't happen again. Like, to go out there and do that, I just think this team needed a deep breath, like a sigh of relief after the week they had. Yeah. And I think they got that in a major, major way.
I hear you on that, and I can agree with that. But Eliot, I'm telling you, deep down in my bones, I feel they needed what happened last week to happen. Like, to me, AJ pointed out, and he said it yesterday. I don't know if you asked the question or somebody else did, but he said, I said that for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did.
I said it for a reason.
And he said, I believe, that he thought it ended up helping.
Yes.
Or helping.
So when I hear those things, I'm inclined to believe that there was a little bit of frustration there that needed to be hashed out, that needed to be brought to the light, that forced them to address that last week. And I think it was good for them.
Yeah.
I think it was good. I think it was good for Jalen's psyche. Jalen got focused. Jalen got a little irritated. I like the snarkiness at the press conference. Yep. I'm perfectly fine with that. The one comment he said last week, we must have replayed it at least 5 or 6 times, where he talked about people got this idea, and I'm paraphrasing again. People have this idea of what they think our game should look like and what Jalen Hurts should look like. Jalen Hurts is going to look like what Jalen Hurts thinks he should look like.
Yep.
And it's going to look like winning at the end of the day. And so when he said that, I'm saying to myself at that time, bruh, that's how you drop them and let everybody know.
Drop them.
Because we will pick on you if we feel like you're not going to fight back. And when I say we, I'm talking about media and fans. When we get frustrated, we just keep going. And if you say something back, we'll back off.
Mm-hmm.
And I like what Jalen said the other day. I like what he said when he sat down at the post-game presser and he said, so is that what y'all wanted to see? Because that's a pissed-off Jalen Hurts. That's a motivated Jalen Hurts. And when that dude is motivated like that, he usually plays well.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it feels like the whole team has that mentality right now of like Nick Sirianni. Oh, you wanted me fired after week 5? Oh, I'm not the reason we win. Right. I don't do anything. Like, oh, guess what? I have the number 1 winning percentage among all active head coaches. Jalen, all week, not just locally, every national show led with, can Jalen throw the ball? Is the passing game good enough? Is he the weak link? And he sat down, and much like that game, he went in that game with a mission, and when he got to that podium, he sat down. It was the first, he was not prompted. No one asked him. He just said it. Like, so I know Jalen calls it rat poison, and like, but he hears everything.
He ate the rat poison.
And they use it as motivators. Yep. AJ, all these guys. And I think as long as they're united in that, that can be an incredibly powerful thing. Like in 2017, they were underdogs, and part of that was no one thinks we can win the Super Bowl. Yes. All right, we'll go out and do it. And I think that was a different type of motivation of using people. I really think this year they're out to prove people flat out wrong.
I love it.
Everybody's questioned them.
And we're going to New Orleans because of it. So
I'm ready to go.
Going on a damn bus.
Did you decide what shade of green yet, by the way?
No, man. You know what, man? I'm tired of people picking with me about my beard, man.
I think like a Kelly green, honestly.
I think I'm going to cut it off.
We're midnight green. Take a quick break. We got Eagles, offensive tackle, left tackle in the building. You can't miss him. He's the biggest person in the house tonight. Jordan Mailata will join us on the other side. We're Chickies and Pete's. Get on down here, man. Listen, we 12-2, the best damn team in the NFL. Right here on 94 WIP.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million+ products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Whatever you love, find it on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
PNC Bank prides themselves on being boring, but the truth is they couldn't be more excited about serving our great region. For nearly 160 years, they've quietly planted the seeds to sprout brilliant results for equally brilliant clients. As fans themselves, they love your passion for winning. That's why they have dedicated teams across Greater Philadelphia ready to do the boring work to help set you up for success. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
The Piazza Auto Group is proud to have served as the halftime sponsor of the Eagles radio network for over 20 years. As we hope for another championship, it's the perfect time to drive home in the new or certified pre-owned vehicle you've been wanting. The Piazza Auto Group features 18 brands, including Honda, Acura, Mazda, Hyundai, Genesis, Mini, Nissan, Subaru, and Volkswagen. To find the location nearest you or to shop their extensive inventory, visit PiazzaAutoGroup.com.
This holiday, shop at Helzberg and get up to 50% off select jewelry, like a unique engagement ring to say,
I want to spend my life with you.
a stunning tennis bracelet that says,
You thought I forgot our anniversary?
or huggy hoop earrings that tell her.
See, I was listening.
Come to the Helzberg holiday sale and get up to 50% off select engagement rings and fine jewelry. A perfect gift designed with the love and care worthy of your story. Visit a Helzberg store or Helzberg.com.
The best holiday plans come from the back seat.
I want a hot chocolate. I want to go sledding. Mom, play our holiday playlist. Yeah, play it.
Enjoy safe family trips this season. Sign and drive on select Volvo SUVs during the Holiday Safely Sales event.
The sports calendar is heating up, and there's no better place to get in on the action than the ESPN Bet Sportsbook. New customers can bet $10 to get $100 in bonus bets, and for a limited time, also unlock 30 days of ESPN Plus to stream exclusive live sports. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code Radio100 to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Birds fans will tell you the other team might not notice the early warning signs of trouble, like the quick hits, the pressured throws, the third and longs. Heart failure can sneak up on you too. The early warning signs can be subtle: sudden weight gain, loss of appetite, persistent cough, and more. It's a serious condition that needs expert care from a team like Deborah Heart and Lung Center. So if something's just not right, take a time out and ask a Deborah specialist. DemandDeborah.org.
I'm Brian Tedesco, CEO of Blaupunkt Americas, the pioneers of the car stereo. Today, we're not just about sound systems. We are revolutionizing the e-bike scene with Blue Dot Bike. Thanks to AmericanEagle.com, our online presence now features a dynamic e-commerce website that showcases the quality and affordability of our foldable e-bikes. And our collegiate e-bikes, just perfect for the college fanatic. These e-bikes offer a new way to experience freedom on two wheels, no matter your age. When we needed a top-notch website to match our cutting-edge e-bikes, we turned to AmericanEagle.com. They made the impossible seem easy, tackling digital challenges like pros. Check out the Blue Dot Bike website to see AmericanEagle.com's amazing work in action. Need the best in website and digital marketing solutions? AmericanEagle.com is your go-to. They've been a game changer for us, and they can be for you too. Visit AmericanEagle.com or call 877-WEB-NOW-1. That's 877-WEB-NOW-1.
Back to the Players Lounge. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
What's a black grand national? Being rational, give them what they ask for. It's not enough. Few solid left, but it's not enough. Few
well, I tell you,
not enough.
Since I'm moving up the charts at this station, so is the music. I tell you, I got to be responsible for all this. Welcome back to Sports Radio 94 WIP.
And I don't see any lie being told with that.
This is the Chickies and Peace Players Lounge. Big Hugh, you feel me?
Hey, I'm just saying, man. Hey.
Where's
Ike Reese is in the building.
Where's all the Drake at, though?
Well, come on,
Nobody
man.
listen to Drake like that.
He took an L. Come on, man.
Come on.
Man, we roll with nothing but
put
winners.
something
Man.
out. Yeah.
Nothing but winners. Yeah. Speaking of winners, 10 straight wins. New team record. Woo. Pushing me and Hugh further down the record books.
Yeah. Hey, it's a beautiful thing. Couldn't happen for a better guy.
Our whole career is going to be erased when these guys are done, man. They're not going to be talking about anything we did, Hugh, back in the day.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. and especially you talking about something that nobody else has ever did. Jordan. Oh. I know you want to introduce him first before I ask you.
He wants to do the spiel. I swear, this guy sometimes don't let the whole truth stay.
Premature, man. Premature. So I'm at that age, man. I'm at that age.
Well, another voice you do hear ever so lightly, the gentle voice. It's arguably one of the best left tackles in all of football right now. Eagles, Jordan Mailata is in the building.
Jordan's in the building.
Up to 12-2 Eagles. And it's been customary for the last 10 weeks, big dog.
Been waiting for it.
Victory! So first of all, congratulations on yesterday's 10th straight win. 10 straight wins, man. That doesn't happen very often in the NFL. Obviously a team record. Another tough game from an opponent standpoint.
Right.
With you guys, true to form, you go out there, take care of business, despite all the hoopla last week. And by the way, I referenced you several times last week.
Did you?
Yeah, because I loved your message.
It was straightforward.
Yes, sir.
No chaser. No chaser.
Loved your message.
Straight, no
Not
chaser.
the AJ Jalen show. We're on the Pittsburgh. I love that message. I'm telling you, man, your vocal leadership has been a welcome sight to our ears and to our eyes as far as on this team. It really has been this year. It is appreciated by a lot of Eagles fans.
I just hope a lot of people can understand me with my funny sounding
with the accent.
So.
Well, and that's how long
that doesn't deter.
That's how long you've been here. We do understand you with no problem. Listen, if they understand me and Hugh, they can understand you.
Oh yeah, definitely understand me. I mean, because I'm not. Sometimes I cannot be. I'm not that articulate. But I mean, hey, you gotta love it. This is the question I have to ask you, big dog, because yesterday. I love watching you play before the game, and I love the way that you play because you play with a controlled nastiness. You enjoy. It's almost like you're bringing the part that you missed in rugby to football, like to the NFL. But dog, why your ass out there with no shoes on, man? What was going through your mind when you did that, dog?
No, man, this is why we shouldn't have any media pregame, bro. We shouldn't have any media lurking around on that field. That's what I'm saying. That's like a private time. That's like a me time.
No,
you know? Trying to zone in, ground myself.
Meditating.
Now, just as an aside, we used to do that, but it was more. You go out there with your shirt off, or you go out there with a small. You went out there with no shoes on.
Maybe next year I'll go out with my shirt off when I have a better body.
You took it. No, dude, you took it to the next level when you went out there with no shoes on.
No, that's part of the pregame routine, man. I use that moment to kind of ground myself and lock into my preparation.
So it's not. It's just not because it was cold. It was cold. It was just that. That's what you do.
I wanted to show Pittsburgh how tough I was walking bare feet in that weather. That was the game
honestly,
plan.
That's why we used to do it.
that's all part of my pregame routine, man. I'm superstitious, and I like to ground myself with whatever stadium we're at. If it's artificial turf, I'll just do that barefoot routine, man.
Cool. That's pretty cool.
Just kind of connects me to my routine.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
I did want to ask you because Ike brought it up. It did strike me last week. Like, obviously, before we talk about the game, on Wednesday was a big day. Everyone wanted to talk to Jalen and AJ, and you stood there basically right in the middle of the locker room almost and held court and told everybody we're moving on. And to Ike's point, it stood out to me because it felt like it was a real stand-up leadership moment from you. I wanted to ask you, like, did you feel a need in that moment to say, all right, someone's got to say something just so we can all move on from this?
Yeah, I just didn't understand why it was such a big deal. Like, even if it was true, it's just like none of your damn business. You know, that was really my point. Like, whatever goes on between people, you know, that's between them, right? And when they come to work, they come to work, and they come to work to win games. They come to work to win a Super Bowl, and that's all my concern was, man. I'm chasing greatness. It's like
I like the way you say that, man.
I'm chasing greatness.
I like
man.
that. I like that.
And for me, it always starts in that O-line room, and then it ends with what kind of legacy do I leave behind. So it got no time of day for that
drama. Say the drama for your mom.
It seems like that was the whole team's message, and Nick's as well. I mean, Nick at the podium said, we got blinders on, we talked about it, we moved on. We're only talking about it because you guys are asking about it. I just thought it was impressive the way you guys, and you especially, handled it, moved on, and it's probably why you were able to play so well yesterday.
I mean, like I said, man, our business is the Pittsburgh Steelers, and everyone was on the same page last week. So,
well, I tell you what, speaking of business, you guys went out there and took care of business yesterday. I mean, the Steelers may have been on the field for maybe 20 minutes.
That's
their offense. I mean, their offense.
I think it was 21.
Yeah, so
if I'm not mistaken.
You guys nearly had the ball for 40 minutes yesterday. And I guess we can start backwards and work forward. But that final drive, man, my goodness. I've never seen that, Jordan. You guys have had some impressive drives. Like, you've done some impressive things where you run out the clock 7+ minutes, 6+ minutes, things like. But over 10 minutes with 21 plays.
That's crazy.
Man, I don't think I've seen that before. What was that like out there?
I'll be honest. It was pretty fun. You know, I think we all kind of had the intention of running out the clock as much as we can. And then, you know, we saw where the clock was at the start. And then, like, we got to midfield and it was like 6 minutes left. And we're just like, okay, this is 4-minute mode. This is 4-minute mode now. Let's do it. Like, we had every intention of just trying to, if it's not points.
Sure, work that
time of possession. And, I think the guys did a good job last night of executing, man. You know, those are the moments where if you sleep on a play, like I did on my holding call on Cam Hayward, you know, those are the plays that can really hurt you. And for the most part, I would say everyone was, dialed in, locked in, just trying to keep moving the chains. And I don't know, I think we broke a record of how many tush pushes in one series.
I'm sure the Steelers.
Speaking of the tush push.
Oh, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Well, speaking
Any
of the
thoughts
tush
on
push,
that?
So I don't know if you're aware of it, but there's footage of you coming in to the locker room.
Yeah.
And Pete Davidson First of all, I don't even know what the hell Pete Davidson was doing at the Eagles.
I thought he was because he's a New York dude.
But he was there yesterday. But listen, the Eagles are a cool team. Philadelphia is a great city. If you're in town for business or work or what have you, you want to go to an Eagles game. But it seemed like they caught you on a mic saying something about, and I thought you were sort of laughing and joking with it, but it's saying something about the tush push. You were tired of it. You want to sort of clear that up?
Yeah, I'm gonna double down.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna double down, man. It's a love-hate relationship with that play, man. When you're so successful at a play, like you have no choice but to keep running it. Yeah. But the downside to it is that, oh my days, it's brutal. It is brutal on the body.
So you feel it, yeah.
You feel it, man. Yeah. Especially with in that second half. Not to discredit Steen. Steen did a great job.
Sure.
But man, me and Landon are just in sync on the tush push, man.
Yeah. And
missing Landon last night, I was like, I had to bear the whole weight of Cam Hayward, and holy cow, that was one of them, the touchdown tush push one, where somebody the play before stepped on my hand.
Oh, that's right, because you had to do it twice.
Dude, I thought my finger dislocated, and I was just like, I'm sick of this play. If this play wasn't so good, oh man, But it's a love-hate relationship because you're so successful at it. You're really good at it. You got to keep running it. It's just, if you got a play that's going to guarantee you a first down.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want to run that play every time?
Yeah.
All the time.
All the time. I love that part.
The Steelers seem sick of it too, by the way. Yeah, I don't think they were enjoying it. I was going to say, we talk up here every week about what you guys focus on, which is the details, and that's, how you guys feel you've gotten better. Obviously, the 21-play drive, there's a lot to talk about with that. But what stood out to me is that you guys ran 21 plays, and all the details were like there were not many penalties, like there wasn't any a turnover or anything. Just the amount of in syncness it takes to run 21 consecutive plays like that. I do think it speaks to where you guys have come from throughout the season of being able to be on the same page.
Yeah, I think it starts off with Kellen, calling the right plays and understanding the situation with Sirianni in his ear as well. And, both coaches called a phenomenal game in that final drive. Then it goes down to Jalen. Jalen did a good job of commanding us, getting us in the right positions, checking to the right plays.
Yeah.
And then, learning from our previous mistakes of protecting the ball. Everybody had that on their mind. Just protecting the ball in the 4 minute is, I guess a core value of 4 minute, but everyone really embodied that.
Different formula for success yesterday. So we knew Pittsburgh was a good run defense, right? And so we knew they would hone in on Saquon coming into that game. So you guys as an offense have the ability to lean on your passing game. You got the right weapons in your passing game. You got the quarterback there. What was that like for you yesterday, sort of having the passing game be more of what was the driving force in offense?
It was fun. It was fun, man. Jay was doing his thing.
Yeah.
AJ was doing his thing. Smithy was doing his thing. And when you see those three have fun, man, you're just like, let's keep doing it.
Yeah.
It gives you confidence just to keep doing it. Once they got into that rhythm, they were all in sync, man. Like, Jay was in sync all night.
He seemed like he was locked in from the beginning.
Man, he was. I mean, did you see his Denzel outfit?
I did.
Yeah, the training day. The leather bubble coat or the leather vest.
Oh, listen, he came in there like he meant business.
Oh,
yesterday.
man. Yeah, with the big gold chain on.
Dude, that was hilarious.
Well, white gold,
platinum, with a lot of ice.
Icy pieces.
You got one of those, Jordan?
Ice?
Yeah, one of those chains.
Icy piece.
No,
You got
man,
one of those?
I don't have those pieces.
Mekhi Becton has a nice big chain.
He does.
Well, he needs a big chain. He's a big man.
Yeah, I think it says the big ticket or something.
Yeah, big ticket.
Yeah.
He's the most stylish O-lineman for sure.
Oh, my guy Becton is?
I would agree with that.
Yeah, you keep it kind of simple when you go up in there.
Below simple. I need to put in some more effort.
Yeah, you're in Landon. Landon comes in with a T-shirt on or his overalls on.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I never see Cam before the game. Is Cam Jurgens addressing?
Cam's idea of dressing up is a jeans and a button-up.
There you go.
So,
there you go. And Lane has never really been
a dress-up kind of guy.
Yeah, he's never really been a dress-up kind. Although I think I have seen him in a couple of suits.
I mean, that was during Doug's time.
Right.
Yeah,
Doug
I remember
made you dress up a
when
little
I was a rookie, Doug always made us dress up. So kind of miss those days. I'm like, nah. When I'm sitting in my little coach seat, I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of glad that we're in like sweats right now.
You got your relaxed fit going on.
Yeah.
Yesterday. All right, let's take another quick break. We got one more segment. We'll come back, talk a little bit more about the offense yesterday. I just think the job you guys did yesterday was one of the more dominating sort of performances that we've seen around here in a while. So, and that doesn't usually happen to a Pittsburgh Steelers team.
No,
that was a little surprising.
I mean, the stat sheet will tell you one thing, but that was not easy.
You felt that it was a physical game, right?
It looked
that was not easy.
Yeah. All right, we'll get back with more Jordan Mailata, a little bit more Hugh Douglas.
See you guys later.
I'll hold off as much Eliot Shorr-Parks as I can.
Amount of Eliot.
Yeah, we're right here at Chickies and Peace in South Philly. Come on down. It's Chickies and Peace Players Lounge on 94 WIP.
The NFL plays on Sports Radio 94 WIP. Tonight, the Seahawks head to the Windy City to battle the Bears. Coverage starts at 7:30. Touchdown! Your home for the Eagles and the NFL on Westwood One.
Time to go out there and handle business, man.
Sports Radio 94 WIP.
I'm Cruz with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Josh Allen threw for 2 touchdowns and ran for 2 more as the Bills topped the Lions 48-42. The Eagles are now 12-2 after besting the Steelers 27-13. Their franchise record 10th straight win. Pittsburgh did clinch a playoff spot with other results. The Chiefs improved to 13-1 with a 14-point win over Cleveland, but Patrick Mahomes exited the game in the fourth quarter with a sprained ankle. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport reporting Mahomes is considered week to week. Baker Mayfield threw 4 touchdowns. Bucks topped the Chargers 40-17. Commanders held off the Saints 20-19 after New Orleans failed a 2-point conversion with no time remaining. Lamar Jackson threw 5 touchdowns as the Ravens bested the Giants 35-14. Texans topped the Dolphins 20-12 and clinched the AFC South. And on Sunday Night Football, the Packers beat the Seahawks 30-13, and Seattle's loss clinched the playoff berth for the Vikings. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Get even more savings this holiday season by becoming a Milo's Rewards member. Don't miss new member deals dropping every week, like $15 off a purchase of $50 or more on select Bounty, Charmin, and Puffs paper products. Plus, get free standard shipping with Silver Key status. Just one more way Lowe's is here to help you shop, save, and enjoy the holidays. Join for free today. Milo's Rewards program subject to terms and conditions. Visit Lowe's.com/terms for details. Subject to change. Exclusions and more terms apply. Visit Lowe's.com/shipping terms for details.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at tryethos.com. That's tryethos.com.
Norwegian Cruise Line invites you to experience more in the Caribbean, Alaska, Europe, and beyond. For a limited time, get 50% off all cruises and enjoy NCL's all-new More at Sea cruising package, including unlimited open bar, specialty dining, and more. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line. Ships registry the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
We all must do our part to keep our roadways safe. When driving, look out for pedestrians. Slow down and keep a 4-foot distance while passing. Let's look out for each other. Safety is a shared responsibility. Brought to you by the New Jersey Division of Highway Traffic Safety.
It's here. B101 is transformed into Philly's official Christmas station. Relax and unwind with your holiday favorites 24 hours a day, all the way through Christmas. Tell your smart speaker to play B101.
WIP guests prepare for their segments in the Xfinity Mobile Lounge. Xfinity Mobile customers now get exclusive access to Wi-Fi speeds up to 1 gig in millions of locations nationwide.
Media, Springfield, Drexel Hill, less than 10-minute ride. You're closer than you think to a better buying experience. And Robin Ford, online at robinford.com.
Experience the difference an exceptionally priced Acura can make at Elite Acura, home of the Elite Advantage on Route 73 North in Maple Shade, online at eliteacura.com.
Enjoy even more before you spend with Caesars Palace Online Casino. Download today and register with code Radio Launch. New users get a $10 sign-up bonus, a 100% deposit match up to $1,000, and 2,500 reward credits after wagering $25. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Pennsylvania. Minimum wagering within 7 days required to unlock bonuses. Full terms and wagering requirements at CaesarsPalaceOnline.com/promos. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, Judah Camry here. What a wild time in Philadelphia sports as we search for a winner. Let me tell you about a team I know is a winner, and that's the squad leading the forklift industry in the Delaware Valley, the great people Andy and Brett Levin at MHS Lift. MHS Lift. From forklifts to equipment rentals to racking solutions and warehouse optimization, MHS Lift, they do it all, and they're ready to elevate your business. Call MHS Lift. Call them today at 888-MHS-LIFT or go to MHSLift.com. That's MHSLift.com.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out.
Pour down in the rinse change.
Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Fights odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
Back to the Players Lounge on your home for Eagles football. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Not the Tupac.
Come on,
Okay. Nah. Slim Shady. Nah.
Wait a minute, who?
Okay. Oh, that's you.
That's Jordan, yes. Welcome back to Sports Radio 94 WIP. It is the Chickies and Pete's Players Lounge. Listen, we're at Chickies and Pete's in South Philly. It is the official sports bar of our beloved Philadelphia Eagles. And in case you did not know, it is the #1 sports bar in all of North America.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You did not know
I
that,
actually didn't
Jordan.
know that.
You
Thank you for educating me.
There you go. I am required to say that at least once.
You don't have to say all that now.
Yes. Well, the other guy who pays the bills, yeah, he does want me to say that. As a matter of fact, you just walk by like, did you give out the I'm like, yeah, Pete, I got you. I got you, brother. I got you. So Jay, we were talking about this game yesterday and how much the offense came out. And I'm not trying to slight the defense because I thought they played phenomenal as well. But I'm looking at that offense yesterday, and we've been so fixated on Saquon, the running game, and everything else. I think a lot of people were excited about seeing the passing game and seeing how there's another dimension to this offense and how it can open up and how explosive it can be.
Yeah, it's like that cousin you see at Thanksgiving, that you haven't seen in a while.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
But you're happy to see
even though I
this
don't
stuff.
celebrate
Yeah.
Thanksgiving in Australia. No, I think it was a good change-up.
Yeah.
I think it was just a new taste that everybody is familiar with.
Okay,
but they
I
haven't
know
tasted
where
in
you
a
was
while.
going with that. But
Come on now, keep it a PG.
Yeah, you are.
We're all mature.
Let me ask you this. There was so much talk about it last week. I wondered, okay, they come out, are they going to try to force the ball, passing it? Do you
Try to
ignore?
feed the beast?
Yeah, do you ignore what you've been doing that's made you successful? It seemed like it was a natural sort of evolution with the offense yesterday. You guys have started games off throwing the ball. Just it doesn't always execute work like it did yesterday. And I thought because you had success throwing it early, it allowed you to get points in the first quarter. You scored 10 points in the first quarter. Your first two drives, I thought you guys like marched down the field with no problem. Obviously had the turnovers. That was actually a great play by TJ Watt. I don't know what else Jalen could have did.
I thought he had
because he hit the ball. He hit the ball.
Man,
he hit the ball on his head.
out of that ball.
Yeah, man, listen, Jordan, it was a good play, man. I was like, damn. Can't really say too much about that.
Me too. I had a front row seat for that. And I was like, where did he come from?
Yeah.
Where did he come from? Where did he go?
And he's pretty damn good. He's pretty damn. I liked Lane's response talking about playing against TJ Watt.
Oh man, that's what I'm saying.
He's like,
man.
that was not a fun day out there today.
I said after the game. I mean, that's my man of the match. I think you guys call it player of the game here.
Yeah.
Oh, man of the match.
Man
I
of the
like
match.
that, yeah.
And Wayne had a tough job all night, man. Just make him disappear. And to
That's two Hall of
that's what I'm
Famers going
saying.
against each other right there.
That was a lot of
TJ's work ethic.
Yep, both of them.
Was on display last night.
Yeah.
But shoot, crazy game by Lane, man.
I thought it was a good sign too that against the Panthers, you guys probably didn't pass it the way you wanted to, and then I guess I say quickly, but a week later you come out. It's clear you guys put a lot of work into it. AJ talked about extra meetings and all that, and you're able to then perform at such a high level in an area you just struggled with a week before. From your perspective, as someone that was obviously in the building, and I would assume in some of these meetings, just like, what do you think you guys were able to do during this week that did help the passing game so much?
I don't want to.
Not
I can't. Yeah, I think they just all got on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
Talked about what they liked. I'm not in those meetings when they talk about the route concepts,
right?
Because we're in the blitz meetings trying to figure out what's going on up front,
how to make sure they can run the routes. Yeah,
exactly. And I think they did a great job last week of just being detailed. The coaches, starting with the coaches, coaching with detail, and then the players taking all that in and then putting it in practice. I thought we had a great practice week last week, and then it carried on to the game.
A lot of good football left to be played. You guys sitting at 12-2 right now, going up against Washington next week. I think if you guys win that game, you obviously clinched the NFC East, so that's a division title that you guys would have in the bag next week. But then there's also the possibility that if things fall your way into the season, you keep winning, you could be sitting at the number one spot in the NFC with a home field advantage. Just next week, just looking at Washington.
Yeah.
Looking at Washington. It's a tough game the last time you guys played them. Anything there you're taking from that first game that you're going to apply in this game? Sort of, because obviously being down there be a little more difficult on the road, a little tough to hear. Although Eagles fans travel extremely well.
And Washington fans don't really show up, so I think it'll be a lot of Eagles fans there. Yeah. Sounds like he's going to be there.
He's going to be there for sure. 100%.
Yeah, Bobby will be there. Yeah.
100%.
So what'd you think the last time you guys played Washington?
Man, I honestly think they're going to do a lot more movement with the D line.
Stunting, slanting.
Yeah, just to take the double teams off of our O-line and make it more individual, turn into an individual block. I think the linebackers will play more downhill so that we can't create what Stout calls a triangle. Mm-hmm. You want to eliminate the second level threat as fast as you can, and I think they'll try and take that away from us because we got to the second level and had the double teams the first time round when we played them at home. So the second time round, I think we're expecting them to do what I just said.
Yeah.
It'd be the smart thing to do against us. Like I would do that against us. But yeah.
In your experience, now that you've been in the league a few years, when you do play a team a second time, outside of just the schematics, and that's an interesting breakdown of what you think they're going to do, but what do you think is just the hard part of playing a team a second time, especially obviously in your division?
I mean, that's why I think division games are the hardest because you play them the first time, you show them all your cards.
Yeah. Right.
And then you have to, as a coach, figure out which cards you want to show now, which cards you want to show later. And essentially you don't want to hide all your good plays. You want to run them.
Then you might lose that first game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's just figuring out how we can, the plays that we didn't execute, figuring out how we can, if it's a detail thing, if it's an execution thing, how we can better execute that on game day coming up. So.
I don't know if you view it this way. This might just be a media way to view it, but it feels like you guys are playing your best football and improving as the playoffs get closer. From your perspective, do you guys feel that in the building, or you just focus, week by week?
Yeah, I would say, we were definitely happy with how we played yesterday. We thought, this was a good week for us complimentary-wise. I think all three phases showed up and showed out yesterday, especially our defense, man. I mean,
they were unbelievable, yeah.
Yeah, they're incredible. They're playing sound defense right now, and
Very
sound and very complimentary defense. I can't wait to see that purple head of his at the end of the season. Is it purple?
Oh, it's green. Green.
Even Jordan knows about it.
Oh, you talking about my beard?
I can't wait to see
Hold
that.
up, dog. Wait a minute, not you.
We were
I
debating what
even
color.
knows about it.
I can't wait for that.
Should he go Kelly green or midnight green?
It's got to go Kelly green.
You think Kelly? He wore the midnight
Kelly
green.
I mean, I didn't. Yeah.
Well, Kelly Green may show up better with the beard and the
With the gray.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the whites now starting. To
Yeah.
The whites.
I think it's,
I'm starting to get my Gandalf on.
it's 42 points over the next.
You know about
3
Gandalf?
years.
Yeah. I watched a
You
little
know
Lord of
about
the Ring.
Gandalf.
A little Lord of the Ring.
I was getting ready to say I don't know who the hell.
Get off the gray.
Yeah,
Get off the.
Yeah, I'm getting off the gray.
Before we get out of here, I want to ask you about Coach. I thought Coach did a great job last week, man. He has really impressed me this year, coming off of last year, and the things he sort of had to navigate, whether it's us, the media, whether it's himself at times with his emotions on the sideline or his own players. He feels like he's been pressing the right buttons, man, every week. And I thought last week he did a great job of getting out ahead of this thing. For me, you and him delivered the messages that I think resonated with everyone. I thought you being stern and to the point with what you said, and Coach Sirianni sort of being calm and direct to the point with what he was saying, I think allowed for you guys to at least put that behind you, get back to football, and more importantly, it quieted us down. It quieted us down a little bit on the outside.
Well, what else you have to say when somebody's telling you we're moving on?
Right. We know some guys they don't want to move on.
Yeah.
And I
Not
get
me,
that.
obviously.
Sometimes it pays the bills, but in this
Yeah.
case, I think it's just important. It's just like when you have a bad snap in the game, you have a bad snap in real life. You got to learn from that and move on.
Yeah.
And that's sort of the mentality that coach has always instilled in us and always brags about. When we're setting that culture in that locker room, coach did a phenomenal job last week.
Yeah.
Just of being, I guess, the anchor.
Yeah.
The anchor.
And sometimes that's what you have to do. And like I said, when I hear the messaging coming from you guys as players, that lets us know that his message is getting across to you guys. Because he would tell you we would repeat things that Coach Reed would say, and he had the attention of everybody in the locker room.
Yeah. You kind of echo what the message of the coach. You kind of live vicariously through him. Well, we live vicariously through him. So yeah.
We don't live vicariously through Coach Reed.
Well, what I say by that is like the message that he has, we translate that message.
Yes.
That's what I mean in essence. So we're living vicariously through him.
He went back to it again.
No, I'm just saying. We're
I like that you're sticking with that.
Vicariously.
Yeah.
Yes, he went
Hey,
back.
what are you drinking tonight?
It felt profound. Nothing. It felt profound.
Resonates.
Yeah, there you go.
So
Big old words.
Real quick before we get you out of here, body feeling good? You feel good?
Feels good right now.
Say as good as can be the day after the game.
It's as good as it can be the day after a game. That's for sure.
I'm sure that is. Anybody got anything final?
Nah, man, I was gonna ask if you wanted to sing "All I Want for Christmas Is You," but I saw you already.
All for the kids, man. All for the kids.
I'm sure he does not want to sing.
Yeah, you crushed it.
He's get tired of singing, and this is this time of the year. I'll say this as we get you out of here, Jordan. Congratulations on team record 10th straight win yesterday. Good luck moving forward this week. We're looking for you guys to add on to that record now, make it 11 straight, get that W and get the NFC East, so we can come back here next week and say, "Go Birds!" I love it. You got Monday Night Football coming up next.
Go Birds. Go.
Do you think that banking is